In a sport where milliseconds define legends, one name has come to dominate headlines, rewrite records, and divide opinions: Max Verstappen. At just 17 years old, he stormed into Formula One, not just as a driver, but as a statement that the future had arrived and it was unapologetically fast. But Max's journey isn't just about breaking records or standing on podiums, it's about the seismic shift he brought to a sport steeped in tradition, hierarchy, and caution, from daring overtakes that left fans breathless to clashes with established champions that ignited global debates. Max Verstappen hasn't just raced in Formula One, he's reshaped it. But how did a teenager, often criticized for being too aggressive, become the face of modern motorsport? How did his presence push rivals, teams, and even the sport's governing body to adapt? And more importantly, how has Formula One changed forever because of him? Buckle up, because this isn't just the story of a driver, this is the story of a revolution. And it all starts with a single decision, a decision that changed everything. Chapter 1. The prodigy enters the scene. When Max Verstappen made his Formula One debut in 2015 with Toro Rosso, he wasn't just another rookie. He was the youngest driver in F1 history at just 17 years and 166 days old. Critics called it reckless, fans called it exciting, but the truth, it was unprecedented. Max wasn't just quick, he was audacious. His first season was filled with fearless overtakes, bold strategies, and a level of confidence that had veterans raising their eyebrows. But it wasn't without controversy. His aggressive style often pushed the boundaries of what was considered acceptable on the track. Penalties were handed out, team radios buzzed with complaints, and pundits questioned whether he was ready for the world's most elite racing series. But amidst the criticism, one thing became clear. Max Verstappen wasn't here to follow the rules of engagement, he was here to rewrite them. But it was in 2016 that Max Verstappen truly sent shockwaves through the world of motorsport, and it happened on a rainy day in Spain. Chapter 2. The moment that changed everything. Spain, 2016, May 15th, 2016, the Spanish Grand Prix. A chaotic opening lap saw both Mercedes drivers, Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg, collide and crash out. Suddenly, the race became an open battlefield. In just his first race with Red Bull Racing, Max Verstappen found himself in the lead. But this wasn't just any lead, it was against Ferrari's Kimi Raikkonen, a world champion. Lap after lap, Raikkonen applied relentless pressure, yet Max held his nerve, his car, and most importantly, his composure. At just 18 years old, Max Verstappen crossed the finish line and became the youngest Grand Prix winner in F1 history. The world stood still, critics were silenced, fans were electrified. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Max wasn't just a talented driver, he was a generational talent. But with great talent comes great scrutiny, and Max was about to learn that the hard way. Chapter 3. The aggression debate. As Verstappen's career accelerated, so did the controversies. His aggressive driving style became a magnet for debate. Whether it was his infamous defensive moves or last-minute overtakes, Max walked the razor's edge between brilliance and recklessness. Incidents with drivers like Sebastian Vettel, Kimi Raikkonen, and Lewis Hamilton became hot topics in paddock conversations. Critics said he was too aggressive, fans said he was the most exciting thing to happen to F1 in years. But Max didn't flinch, he doubled down. He believed that in a sport decided by split seconds and inches, hesitation was the enemy. Behind the scenes, even the FIA had to rethink their rulebook. Clarifications on defensive driving and overtaking etiquette became frequent, almost as if the sport was trying to keep up with Max's instinctive style. But what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? The answer came in 2021. Chapter 4. The rivalry. Max Verstappen versus Lewis Hamilton. 2021 wasn't just a season, it was a war of attrition. Two titans, Lewis Hamilton, a 7-time world champion, and Max Verstappen, the bold challenger, went head-to-head in a season for the ages. From Silverstone to Monza, from Brazil to that fateful night in Abu Dhabi, every race felt like a heavyweight title fight. The battles were ferocious, the controversies were relentless, the emotions, raw. Max's driving forced Hamilton to adapt, and vice versa. These weren't just two drivers fighting for a title, they were two philosophies of racing clashing at 200 miles per hour. And then came Abu Dhabi 2021, the final lap, the final corner. The world watched in disbelief as Max Verstappen crossed the line to become world champion. But amidst the celebrations, questions lingered. Was it fair? Was it just? The FIA launched investigations, social media exploded, and the world of Formula One was never the same again. But beyond the controversy lay an undeniable truth. Formula One had changed forever. Chapter 5. The Verstappen Effect on the Grid. Max Verstappen didn't just challenge his rivals, he inspired an entire generation of drivers. Young talents like Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, and George Russell adopted Verstappen's fearless mentality. The days of waiting patiently behind the wheel were over. Now, it was about seizing every opportunity, every gap, every moment. Teams also began to change. Red Bull's aggressive strategies became the gold standard. Risk-taking wasn't optional, it was necessary. Even F1's media presence evolved. The sport capitalized on Max's global fan base, especially in the Netherlands, where he became a national icon. Orange flares filled grandstands across circuits worldwide, turning F1 weekends into seas of orange devotion. But with all these changes, one question remains. What's next for Max Verstappen and Formula One? Chapter 6. The Legacy in the Making. Max Verstappen is still writing his story. Every race, every season, every championship adds a new chapter. But one thing is clear, he has already left an indelible mark on Formula One. He's not just a driver, he's a symbol of a new era, one defined by boldness, confidence, and unyielding ambition. But can he sustain this dominance? Will he surpass Schumacher and Hamilton's records? And more importantly, how will the next generation of drivers raised in the Verstappen era change the sport even further? The answers lie on the horizon, but one thing is certain, Formula One will never be the same again. Max Verstappen didn't just drive fast cars, he didn't just win races, he changed the way Formula One operates, on the track, in the paddock, and in the hearts of millions of fans worldwide. He forced the sport to evolve, the teams to adapt, and the fans to reimagine what's possible behind the wheel of a Formula One car. And as long as Max Verstappen remains on the grid, one thing is certain, every race is must-watch television. Because in a world where milliseconds create legends, Max Verstappen isn't just chasing history, he's creating it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the world of Formula One. Until next time, stay fast.